I want you to take a look at this partial map. This is a partial map of the Electoral College. I want you to look at over to the left. I want you to look at Nebraska, that's NE, and I want you to look at the top right hand corner, that's Maine, ME. And looking at those two states, well, you can look at all the states. They list the state name, the abbreviation, and they list the amount of electoral votes that they have. Illinois has 19 votes, Missouri has 10, Nebraska, NE, has 5. Maine has 4, but I want you to look at the blue box in Nebraska and the red box in Maine. That's because that's not a winner-take-all state. Nebraska has it proportion. In the last electoral college win, Joe Biden won that one electoral vote, and in Maine, Trump won that one electoral vote. And looking at those two states, they kind of wash each other out. So yes, they're a pickup, they're a delegate, we need it. Republicans need it, Democrats need it, but they kind of wash each other out. But now in 2024, with Donald Trump and Kamala Harris going neck and neck, this is going to be a very, very tight race. And everybody, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, you name it, have got to get out and will get out to vote. And every delegate and every vote counts. And it counts so much that Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina is in Nebraska for a particular reason. Let's find out what their reason is.
All right, let's move on to some of your activity this week. You traveled to Nebraska, one of only two states that awards its electoral votes by congressional district instead of winner take all. Right. That, as you know, could be decisive in this election. It awarded Joe Biden, for example, one electoral vote in the Omaha area back in 2020. You met with state lawmakers to persuade them to change to a winner-take-all system.
2 questions. Why is a South Carolina senator in Nebraska discussing their delegates? And number 2, he did this before when he went to Georgia to get those guys to do more counting. He was also in Arizona in the 2020 election doing the same thing with their electoral counts and voting. Why is Lindsey Graham going around the country getting himself involved in other states' electoral counts? Don't they believe in states' rights and state sovereignty? Why is he trying to interfere with their election? Let's hear his answer.
Really, number one, 65% of the people in your polls say the country's on the wrong track. Who's best able to solve the crime problem? Trump by 6. Who's best on the economy? Trump by 9. Inflation, Trump by 8. Border, Trump by 21. So what did I get out of this poll? On the things that matter most to the American people, Trump is winning decisively. In a head-to-head, he is not. Now I know why the Teamsters voted the way they did. The Teamsters have endorsed every Democratic candidate for president for the last 30 years, except Harris. They must believe, like the American people, she is not good on the issues that matter most to the Teamsters.
And just like they always do, he did not answer the question and deflected the polls and poll counts. What does poll counts have to do with them changing the way they do the voting?
Given what you're saying, though, if she's not good on these issues, why do you need to change the rules in Nebraska?
I think Nebraska has been talking about this for years. It is a very close election. 63 days ago, Chuck Schumer led a coup to overthrow Joe Biden, and he's telling me or any other Republican what we should be doing.
And once again, he refuses to answer the question and tries to deflect to the Democrats. And his only argument is, hey, the Democrats did a coup in their party. We can't do a coup in Nebraska? The Democrats did what they did according to their bylaws. This had nothing to do with trying to steal people's votes and get legislatures to change the way they do it weeks before the election. And he knows that a lot of political junkies and political pundits like to watch Meet the Press. A lot of people like to watch Meet the Press. And so he goes and advertises out to them to get them to do it on the show.
To my friends in Nebraska, that one electoral vote could be the difference between Harris being president or not, and she's a disaster for Nebraska and the world.
And he is very, very, very confident that he can get the change that he wants in Nebraska.
What do you think the chances are? What's the over-under that this change actually happens in Nebraska?
50-50, down to 2 people.
Okay, let's go to the Middle East now, the U.S.
Okay. Now, I don't care what your political affiliation is. Fuck that. Yes, I do. Democrats, you have got to get off your fat derriere and go and vote. It doesn't take that long. It's about 2 minutes to register, and then you get your ass up there and vote. They got states right now that are voting early. What Democrats are going to have to do is they're going to have to run the numbers up so high that they cannot be denied the vote. Because guess what the Republicans are doing? They know they're going to lose the popular vote. They got to go and get you with the Electoral College. And the Electoral College matters. That's the only thing that matters. The popular vote does not matter. It's the Electoral College. And the Electoral College is primarily based on the popular vote. You have got to get out and show support for your candidate. Because it's just like what Tupac said. If you don't let me make my money on the street, I'm going to make my money on the street. If you don't let the Republicans win, you are going to let the Republicans win. And they're going to do it by any means necessary. Even if they have to cheat. What do you think?